Welcome back. I'm Edie Lambert.
And I'm Kelly DeMarco. Let's get back to our breaking news at this 6:30 hour right now. Moments ago on our air, CAL FIRE confirming to us that one of its air tankers has crashed while fighting a fast-growing fire near Yosemite National Park. This is the Dog Rock Fire. The S-2T plane went down about a mile inside the park right near Highway 140. So far, there is no word on the plane's pilot, the only crew member.
Let's check in right now with Daniel Berlant with CAL FIRE. He's on the phone. First of all, let's start with the status of the pilot. Do you know anything yet?
Not at this time. We still, though we've been able to determine that the aircraft did go down, we do not have rescue personnel yet at scene, but they're working to make their way. You have to remember, this is extremely difficult terrain. Yosemite is known for its large canyons. It's a very difficult area to fight fire in, but even more difficult for our crews on the ground to make their way to the pilot to assess the condition. Now, what we do know is late this afternoon we did lose radio contact with one of our air tankers, and here within the last hour we have been able to confirm that aircraft did crash while fighting the Dog Rock Fire in Yosemite National Park.
Daniel, how close is the fire to the crash site?
I don't have an exact, the aircraft went down near that area. I don't have the exact of how close to that fire, but this has been a very challenging summer. We've had a lot more fires than we would typically, and conditions are ripe for these type of conditions. But right now, obviously, ground personnel continue attacking that fire. As a safety precaution, we did ground this evening our aircraft as we do a safety check to ensure that the aircraft remain mission ready. But right now, our number one priority is making our way to that crash location, assessing that pilot, and obviously our hopes and prayers go that the pilot is all right.
Daniel, we've been hearing some information, some tweets and things out there of such that there might be some debris along the roadway. Do we know if that plane actually crashed on Highway 40 or in just kind of a remote area on a hillside?
Where the aircraft was last seen was off of Highway 140 area. So there were people that obviously saw the aircraft as it, as it was, having some type of an emergency. But unfortunately, that information yet we just don't have. There are a lot of reports that came into us that said that the aircraft may have been gone down, but until we were able to visually see that it had crashed, we weren't able to determine that. But this has been a very dynamic couple of hours, as you can imagine, and any time we have an incident like this. In fact, the last time we had an aircraft go down was almost 10 years ago. But these are very serious, very serious accidents for sure.
Daniel, if the pilot was able to make it to 140, it might suggest that the pilot had some level of control. You said it's a remote area, but if your plane's going down and you're able to make it to a highway, that would at least give you some hope of even if it's a hard landing, getting out of there safely. Is there an indication that the pilot actually was able to go down on the roadway?
We have to remember these pilots are highly trained and highly skilled. Most of them are veterans from flying in past wars, so these are great pilots. It takes a lot of skill to be able to fly an aircraft fighting a fire. So these really are some of the best of the best. We just don't know the exact circumstances, but we absolutely know that the pilot would have gone through a lot of training and did go through a lot of training to deal with emergency situations like this. But until we can get at scene, until we can start to put the pieces together to figure out what happened, it's just too early to speculate.
A little bit more information about the plane, Daniel. I understand that CAL FIRE bought some of these type of planes in 1996, according to the website. Can you tell us a little bit about what the plane is like and kind of how they were configured?
Yeah, we've owned these aircraft really since the 70s. But back in the 90s, as you mentioned, we did retrofit the engines on the aircraft. The aircraft are almost completely rebuilt and modified specifically for fighting fire. They were used back in the Korean War to fight submarines and to drop obviously missiles, but have been completely retrofitted for fighting fire. So we've had them in service here for decades now. Now we have pride ourselves on our maintenance program and being able to take aircraft that are former military aircraft and use them to help us battle our state's wildfires. These are our initial attack aircraft. They respond to any time we have a reported fire. They hold about 1,200 gallons of fire retardant and help our firefighters on the ground slow down a fire so they can put it out.
Just very quickly, you mentioned that you grounded the other tankers. How does that affect the firefight that's going on right now?
Well, typically late evening, the aircraft, we would have cutoff time where it's too dark to fly aircraft. That occurs right around now or sundown. So with 1 hour to go before sundown, we did make the decision that it was in the best interest of our aircraft and our pilots to ground that aircraft so we could determine, making sure that there isn't a safety issue. If there is, obviously that's something we'll need to address. But it was more important for us to ensure that the other 22 that we have were safe, that our pilots were safe, and that we go through a full safety debriefing and obviously a critical incident debriefing with our pilots. The potential of having an injury, is very serious. We want to make sure our pilots are remain at the top of their game.
Absolutely.
And real quick, Daniel, I know that you have a lot of crews on this fire. Do you know at this point who the pilot was or the number of that plane, any specifics about this particular airplane?
We're still working right now to notify the pilot's family, and until we can make that conversation with their family to let them know what's happening, we aren't releasing the exact the name of the pilot or the location. Obviously, we want to pending that notification prior.
Okay. Daniel Berlant, thank you so much for all of your hard work tonight. I know it's a tough night for crews out there, and we'll certainly be in touch the rest of the night. Thank you.
Hoping the best for that pilot. Let's go now to our Chief Meteorologist, Mark Finan.